There is called change in the timing. The minimum time for presentation would be 7 minutes and the maximum time would be 9 minutes. So we accomplish intention within 8 minutes. The second bell goes off.
Before I start, let me make one thing clear. Leadership is a given, it's proven. It's not a title, it's a responsibility. And trust me, running the disciplinary system of an entire school, that's no small task. Most of the time, even the selected leader has very little control over what happens. Think of it like a solar eclipse. When the moon slides in front of the sun, day turns into night in just a second. Everything changes. Chaos can take over in a blink. That's what happens when responsibility slips out of wrong prefect's hands. Small mistakes turn into big problems and incautious behavior follows. Therefore, it is the head prefect's responsibility to prevent this from happening. Someone who can handle the prefectorial body when there's little no control or displayed amongst the disciplinary system. So yeah, that's my little disclaimer. Because assuming I get elected as your head prefect, I won't take this lightly. I will step into this role to sit back and stay. I will step into it to lead with clarity, confidence and action. I will turn challenges into victories and make sure our school runs like a solar system. Every student, every prefect, every teacher in a perfect orbit shining together. And that's just the start. Respected deputy principals, vice principals, teachers and my dear colleague, Assalamu alaikum and a very pleasant morning to you all. For those who don't know me, I'm Archie Shire from grade 12B Science and I'm proud to call this school my home all my life. Leadership isn't just about standing above others, it's about standing with them, pushing forward together and lifting everyone to their best. That's exactly what I aim to do as your head prefect. My mission is simple, to guide, to listen, to inspire, and to make sure we move as one team, one voice, and one family. With your support, I know we can turn this year into the forgetting that life isn't just about academics. Sure, good marks matters, but what truly shapes a person is their ability to balance studies with sports. And that's exactly what I aim to say. To be honest, my O-level results reflected my dedication and hard work. But my year's journey taught me something even more valuable.
That leaders face challenges and they should go through it. And it was not perfect, but they make you hungrier, smarter and strong. And that's the energy I'll bring as your head prefect. That's the quote that's really stuck me. All our dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. And that's exactly what I live by. Because as your head prefect, my mission isn't just to teach, it's to make your year incredible as possible. Therefore, it's my responsibility to bring enlightenment to students' faces. And since this is my last year, I will make sure every person here has such an amazing and memorable year. So how do you think I can make this happen? Well, let me tell you. First up, the suggestion form. That's always been sent in every class. Because no voice matters. Every idea, every concern, every request shall be heard and acted upon. To a simple Google form. Because your opinions matter. Volunteer is another huge opportunity. I want to expand for our school. From playing this guy for community service, will create more chance for everyone to get involved and make a real difference. While also designing official certificate that strengthen our university affiliate. But we won't stop there. I also plan to ensure our school environment remains clean. That by starting with the brand, I'll make sure it's fresh and hygienic and well maintained. It's about creating a space where everyone is respected and our surroundings are clean and peaceful. If we make all of these ideas tools successful, we need strong teamwork and leadership. Speaking of leadership, our prefects are like the solar system. With each and everyone unique with their own strengths and responsibilities. That's why I call this program Lead and Launch. Every month, prefects can design their own project to outplan the school standards and discipline. They are ensuring the prefect's creativity is displayed throughout the entire school.
Alright, now for the cherry on top. Every project, every plan, every effort I bring is for you, for the school, and for making SLISR stronger than ever. You see, I plan to convey my purpose when executing my projects, which is the sole reason why I put out the suggestion form, to ensure student voices are being heard, which is why I use your feedback to my advantage, and I will be providing a shade about the library. No more squinting like we're trying to read invisible notes. No more sweating like we just ran a marathon before the assemblies. Students can finally focus and wouldn't have to deal with sunburned faces. You see, this season is going to be huge, bigger than anything we have seen before. Football, badminton, basketball, tournaments back to back. But here's the thing, it's just not about the players only. It's about us, the fans, the crowds, the heartbeat of every game, every cheer, every clap. Houses are ready, the spirits are high, and I'm beyond thrilled to announce our new school merch launch. T-shirts, caps and more, all designed to show off our spirit in the field. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, these will be top quality, affordable and totally epic, so that everyone can wear their pride loud and proud. Additionally, I'm currently conversating with the school to bring the annual sports meet back, as per the schedule submitted through the form. Yet another exciting event for the students to enjoy and to show their talents and skills. This year, when the games begin, SLISR won't just play. We'll rise together, shine together, and leave a mark that no one will forget. Together, like a meteor shower lighting up the night sky, we will create bright, unforgettable moments that inspire, energize, and unite our entire school community. I'm ready to work hand in hand with other DHPs and turn their projects and your ideas into reality that actually changes our school. This year isn't about I, it's about we, about us, about making SLISR a place where every student, every teacher, every prefect thrives. So when you vote, remember, choose a leader who listens, unites, and leads with vision. Let's make SLISR shine brighter than ever. Let's create the first meteor shower in history together. Thank you.
Now the presentation of the first candidate is over. We are going to proceed to the Q&A session. Mr. Parker will be the moderator of the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, I would like to call you to Mr. Parker, and Mr. Parker will forward them to the candidates. So there will be a 3 minutes time allocation for the Q&A session. So the time will start now. Mr. Parker, over to you. If you wish to follow any question, please you can raise your hand.
Right? I couldn't hear you clearly.
You said you're trying to bring this whole team back.
No, currently I'm talking in the school, and currently it's going on the good side. Hopefully it happens.
When you ask the question, you have to ask something that he can do in a system. So what would be what is it? Challenge is to if you can ask the question according to the presentation and based on the capacity what he can do. So he has in mind when you are getting up a question. Understand? So it's very about start with the more. You know the limitations when you ask a question that should be under his goal. On this one that think about that okay. Now, this question is why do you engage in another role? We come to the project presentation. Many project video the work in this group.
I believe leadership isn't just about me doing everything. I have the prefects, teachers, and everyone. I believe we can do it together. That's leadership. That's what I believe.
This question he's asking if your project is importantly slow life. So how do you manage the cost without learning the basics?
I believe even I had the same thought. So basically I've reached a potential sponsors and currently they are on the same page as me. So hopefully when the school approves my projects, I will surely contact the sponsors and it surely happen. Done?
This will be the last question as the time is forward.
How are you planning to help the children who need some help when he needs help?
So basically my suggestion form is the right choice for this. I have already sent to every class. They can message me privately or through the form itself. And I mentioned one fee which shows that you can send me a number so I can contact you personally. So I'll surely help you guys.
Respected Deputy Principal, respected Deputy Principal, Vice Principals, esteemed teachers, and my dear fellow students, a very good morning to all of you. For nearly 14 years of my life, SLISR has been more than just a school for me, more than just a place of learning. It has been my second home, a place where I have grown, both as a student and as a leader, shaped by the responsibilities entrusted to me. Now, firstly, I just want to take a moment to share my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed teachers whose guidance and support has been the foundation of whatever I have been able to achieve, both as a leader and as a student at SLISR. For people who don't know me, my name is Arushan Ratnendran and I'm from 12B Commerce. And I am incredibly honored I am incredibly honored to be able to stand here and contest for the position of Head Prefect. Now, to be frank with you all, I have never really been the loudest voice in a room or the most visible person. But one thing I have always believed is that true leadership doesn't need to be, it doesn't rely on volume or visibility, but rather on genuine commitment and steady effort. My prefectorial journey began back in grade 8 as a steward, and thinking back, I could have never imagined that it would bring me this far. But step by step, through every challenge, every role, and every responsibility, I have grown. And eventually, I was able to attain the position of Deputy Head Prefect. And today, I stand before you as a candidate for HP. This journey has been one of genuine commitment and passion to serving our school community. Now, I'm not going to stand here and make grand promises that sound so good but are hard to keep. Instead, I'm here to share a proposal that is realistic and practical to implement. Because at the end of the day, to me, being an HP isn't about the title, the badge, or the spotlight I'm getting. It's about the impact I leave behind. It's about working together with my prefects and teachers to ensure that our school community consistently improves. With that in mind, here are a few proposals I'd like to bring forward if I am elected as HP. Nothing grand, just realistic steps I think are actually doable. Firstly, focusing on our prefectorial body. I would like to introduce, as a method of strengthening our prefectorial body consistently, I would like to introduce a monthly prefect report system. At the end of each month, prefect's performance will be compiled into a report that is handed over to the discipline panel. This way, reliability and excellence is clearly recorded, allowing us to award good performing prefects. At the same time, we can also identify challenges faced by certain prefects and support them through personal check-ins. And in areas where improvement is needed, we can set clear steps that help them grow. And if no progress is seen over a certain period of time, we can take reasonable and realistic measures, such as warning letters or even potential temporary suspension of duties. I believe that through this system, we can ensure our prefects are held accountable and the prefect body remains stronger and reliable as ever. And my second idea, it stems from something I have noticed quite often, especially in my capacity as a Deputy Head Prefect. One thing I have noticed is that often regular students who aren't prefects or stewards often step up and help out prefects in assisting their duties. It can be very small things like assisting in stacking shares after assemblies or rolling up prayer mats after Salah. But these small, recognizing them would allow them to grow. And I want to build a culture where we showcase that prefects aren't only quick to call out the bad behavior or rule breakers, but they are just as quick enough to celebrate the good around us and inspire more positive attitude within the school community. Last but not the least, my final proposal includes the introduction of a peer support program. The vision for this idea is very simple. Seniors guiding juniors. It can be through one-on-one mentorship, group sessions, or even Q&A conversations about school life. My main goal for this is to ensure that we create small yet meaningful moments that genuinely benefit juniors. The focus can be on academics, such as subject advice as well as stream choices, as well as other regular challenges faced in student life, including mental health and well-being. To bring some structure into this idea, I believe we can set up optional yet scheduled sessions where volunteering seniors can come forward and share their experience and advice to ensure that juniors are benefited. At its core, my main goal is to ensure that every student feels valued, supported, and guided, and no student is left on their own to deal with their personal or academic challenges by themselves. And that sums up my vision as a head prefect. With that, I'd like to leave you with a few final words before I wrap up my speech. If I am given the opportunity and your trust to serve as a head prefect, I would like to ensure that I carry the same mindset I stated in the beginning. Leadership doesn't rely on volume or visibility, but on genuine commitment. And so I will carry that mindset forward and ensure that I stay focused, responsible, and committed. And despite today's outcome, regardless if I'm elected or not, my commitment to serving the school will remain unfazed. With the added responsibility of head prefect, I believe I can access a greater platform and make a greater impact. At the end of the day, what matters today most is that each of you who vote for who you truly believe will be the right leader suited for this position. If you trust me to lead, I won't just carry a title, I'll carry your confidence into actions. Thank you so much for listening, and best wishes for my fellow candidates.
Students, I have already given a pencil and a paper. So please with the prefect, so I can read out. So when you are asking questions, don't challenge full questions, full minutes, or comment. It's all the challenging of the candidates. What is it? You will keep that. Yeah, the only question is the proposition. We have already written that is going to the practice, or just for the shape of presentation that you are doing.
When I was preparing the speech, one thing I focused strongly is that each of these ideas are realistic to the maximum. I don't want here to come and promise you anything that I can't do. So I am confident that each of these ideas can be executed with the student support and genuine commitment.
Okay, there's another question, but it's the same. How are you going to manage project if students work?
Sorry?
How are you going to manage project if you overwork in the student?
Yeah, so obviously being a head prefect is highly demanding, but I have already served as a DHP for over 1 year, and I have already been able to manage my academics fairly well with my responsibilities. So I believe I'm equipped with the commitment and organization to lead this easily.
Next one, the third question, how are you going to improve the master board if we have a project into master?
It is something we can build up, maybe working with alongside other DHPs, we can try to bring up to improve it. But as of right now, no, it is not in my plans.
What makes you think that you are able to the role?
I have, as I said, I have served over 4 years in this spiritual body. I have seen a lot, I have experienced a lot, I've dealt with a lot of challenges, tackled many responsibilities, and I have a vision, and I believe with working with other DHPs, I can clearly execute what I'm planning. So I believe I am capable of handling the responsibility of head prefect.
There is another question that they are asking, will you make a change? This move on display handling the fingers. We have a special way that we can make a change in the
As I said, maybe in my Prefect's idea, the best way to improve discipline within our entire school would be to first strengthen our prefectorial body. And so my proposals such as the monthly report system would allow me to improve the prefects and so improve the discipline of the overall school.
That concludes the time for the Q&A session of the second candidate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now we will move on to the third candidate. Gentlemen, question, and then we will go to 26, 5.
Leadership is an action, not a position. Said by Donald H. Madden. Respected principals, principals, vice principals, teachers, and my fellow students. Good morning to all of you. A leader is not someone who simply holds a title, but rather someone who moves the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Good leaders must first become good servants. And today, I stand before you and ask for your trust in being your head boy, not just to represent you, but to work with you in creating a school that is stronger, more united, and full of opportunities. When they ask, why do you want to become the head prefect of the school? One reason would be because of parents, maybe friends. But for me personally, it dates back way all the way back in 2020 to August 28th. I remember that day very well. On that specific day, 6:30 p.m., I was bullied in an open auditorium. In front of all my friends, one person bullied me. This person bullied me so hard that even today, it is affecting me. And that is why I stand as a candidate of the HP. In 2022, I was chosen to be the captain of my debate team. First, I was nervous, inexperienced, and unsure if I could truly lead. We struggled on the stage and lost. But that moment taught me that leadership is not about knowing everything. It's about believing in yourself, inspiring others. I started to listen more, encourage my teammates. I started to take with them through every challenge. In 2023, we were able to win runners-up. And by 2024, we claimed champions. Leading for 3 years told me that leadership is a journey of growth, resilience, and shared success with the ones that you guide. The journey taught me that true leadership is about lifting others, building confidence, and turning setbacks into motivation. It's about showing up, believing in your team, and celebrating growth, not just victory. Now let me share some of the initiatives that I believe that can transform our school. Sports are more than just games. They're a chance to showcase unity, teamwork, and pride. Imagine hosting our very own inter-school football tournament. Not only it will give our players exposure, but it will also put SLISR on the map of sports. This will help students be able to get sports scholarships, which will help them for their universities. One of the biggest challenges that many students face is confidence. Whether you're speaking up, writing creatively, or speaking in front of stage. For this, I propose a mentorship workshop, poetry, impromptu speaking, prepared speeches, and debating. These lessons will be a safe space where experienced students can guide younger ones. Where talent is nurtured and where the fear is turned into confidence. We should be a school that not only excels in academics, but also when it comes to our confidence and to produce voices that can inspire the world. To help students access all the resources in one place, I propose in creating a dedicated app that provides comprehensive materials for past papers and resources like IGCSE, IS, and III. This app will be featured full interactive benefits for every student, which will help them in their education. We are in a digital age, and talent does not just shine on the field, but also online. Propose in hosting an esports Valorant and FIFA tournament that can give students a chance to excel in gaming. So maybe you will choose Arsenal and go and play a FIFA tournament in front of everyone in school. This will help to build teamwork, strategy, even open doors for new interests in careers in the growing esports industry. Every proposal that I've mentioned today mainly focuses on one aspect, that is believing in yourselves and in each other's potential. I want to see every student have the opportunity to shine, whether they are shy, struggling, creative, or just trying to find their voice. Everyone deserves a space to grow, to be celebrated. And Martin Luther King once said, the ultimate measure of a leader is not when they stand in the moments of comfort and convenience, but when they stand in the times of challenge and controversy. If you believe in a school that every voice matters, their opportunities must be equal. Their mistakes are stepping stones. Then, I humbly ask you for your word, your head. Thank you.
Everybody is doing okay. Q&A session. Hi.
Okay, this is the question. You have mentioned an actual agency, but can you unique compared to the other things already there?
So, thank you for the question raised. Many students have asymmetric information. As they have lack of information, they have to find the resources. They usually come up to us and ask, Fazil, where can we find these resources? Or maybe ask some past papers. So by this app, we'll be able to make it easily accessible for students to access all the resources. And also we'll be creating a channel where students can go and talk about their doubts and can be clarified by the students itself.
Next question. Are you planning to ensure student safety in the capacity of the prefect or your team?
Thank you for that question, raised. My capacity, if I'm being elected as the head prefect, I will make sure to inform all the prefects, senior prefects, and deputy head prefects to make sure to take care of the children. These children have been through a lot, maybe even a lot of bullying. So I'll be informing them to take care of these small children.
The program is the standard that sounded too big to give you. The whole staff head prefects will make it happen. So how do you think you can execute the project?
Thank you for the question raised. Every proposal that I brought up, I will not do it if I cannot do it. So as my capacity of what I have studied and what I am able to do, today I come to this stage proposing it to make sure every one of you enjoy to the max. And I will do it, inshallah.
You are giving guidance with the amazing.
So we'll be hosting preliminary rounds through the online channel, and the finalists for both the FIFA and ballot will be conducted in the school premises with support with the school.
Another question, have you spoken to the school about the sports program that we have planned?
Currently, it's on progress, and inshallah, once we get approval, we will be executing it.
The next one. The last one.
I heard that sports tournament from where you plan to get pieces to play. That means the resources to introduce esports. You have a plan to participate. So we will be facilitating this by the ability of the students where they can participate at their home. When it comes to the finals, we'll be providing facilities from within our capacity. Thank you.
That concludes our presentations and Q&A session for the head prefect election. Now we're going to move on to the most important part, the voting. So I would like to request all the grade 9 students to line up first to cast their votes. So all of you will be given a slip like this. Mr. Shanta and Mr. Shakir will hand out over the slips. So all of you will be given a slip like this, and the names of the candidates are listed in the alphabetical order. The names of the candidates are listed in the alphabetical order. So you should indicate your choice by placing a cross in the box opposite the name. You should place a cross in the box opposite the name. If you place more than one cross, your voting slip will be disqualified and it will not be taken into account. So make sure that you place a cross only in front of one name. And once you cast the vote, you're supposed to come and put it in the box and leave to your classroom. Please do not hang around here, cast the vote and leave to your classroom. Even the candidates can cast their vote and make sure that you will not discuss anything. This is your personal opinion, so please do not discuss as to whom you are trying to vote. Please post your vote and get back to your class. Thank you. Casted their vote. A great leader don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. It's never about the road. It's always about the goal. We have gathered here today for an important event in our school calendar to appoint our future leaders. The future leaders who will help us to make SLISR a better place. In order to start the proceedings of today's event, I would like to invite Alfa Abul Hassan and Anna Rizan to recite a few verses from the Holy Quran. Let's start. Thank you, girls. Now I would like to invite our Deputy Principal Academy, Mrs. Majrasia Hussain, to address the gathering.
Dear Deputy Principal, Mr. Shakil, Vice Principal, Mr. Sujain, my colleague teachers, and dear candidates, and my dear young voters. Today is a significant day marked down the line in not only the history of the school, but also the school academic calendar. We have gathered here to select the head prefect of the school. We have 4 candidates, and Ashali, Anasha, and Amira. With the 4 candidates, we have the audience who will be acting as the voters today. I need not give you a definition of what leadership is, because you are all holding leadership positions and then competing for higher positions. That is the position of a head prefect. A leadership role, you have been working as deputy head prefects, and it is a post of high responsibility which demands a lot of dedication, commitment, humility, integrity, and service before self. You have to put service before your own self and create an impact on the students who are expecting your leadership and commands and your commands. So, dear candidates, you will be presenting. If you hold the position, Use this platform, use the opportunity to create an impact on the lives of your colleagues, your peers. If you fail, you still hold the leadership qualities. That will take a long way with an added challenge that you have competed for the post. Yet the qualities of leadership will stay in you. While wishing you all the best, let me also speak to the voters here, the voters of tomorrow. This indicates that this school is not only a place to impart education, but also choose leadership, to give them a leadership training. Choose a person who will create a greater impact in life by the character and the commitment, responsibility that you have seen throughout. With this, let me wish all the candidates all the very best. Make the best use of the opportunity given. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now we will start the presentations and the Q&A session. So what will happen is all 4 candidates will be called out in the alphabetical order. And each candidate will be given a maximum time period of 9 minutes. The first bell will go in 7 minutes, and the second bell will go in 9 minutes. So you need to wrap up your presentation by 9 minutes, and after that we will be having a Q&A session which will last for 3 minutes. So there will be a teacher moderator, and we will be giving few A4 sheets. So you can write down your question and give it to the teacher moderator, and the teacher moderator will forward the question to each candidate. So when you are giving questions, make sure that those questions are forwarded in such a way that the candidate is able to execute whatever that you have requested in the capacity of a head girl. School policy decisions or anything that is related to community members or anything that is beyond the capacity of the head girl should not be forwarded to the candidates. So please remember that when you're writing the questions. So we shall move forward with the presentations. So we will go ahead with the presentation. The names will be called out in the alphabetical order. So the first candidate will be Anasha Rivla. Am I audible?
I'm not the type to chase attention or stand in front of a crowd talking about leadership specifically. But the more time I've spent in this school, watching how things work, how people move, how problems are handled, the more I started thinking that maybe, just maybe, leadership finds the people who never went looking for it. Because the school isn't just a system, it's full of real people. People who are trying, failing, and growing. And even no one sees it. And I think we forget that sometimes. For those of you who know, for those of you who don't know, I'm Anasha Rifla. And for those of you who do know, I'm still Anasha Rifla. I don't stand here to impress you because I have enough confidence, or I have the perfect plan, or the type of project that would impress you. Maybe it would. But I stand here because I believe this school deserves people who don't just speak loudly, but carry the quiet weight of responsibility to actually make a difference and leave the school different. to where we found it, even if it means I'm put through uncomfortable situations, and especially when the efforts go unseen. And if I'm standing here today, it's because I'm ready to be that kind of person. So how can I turn these beliefs into action? Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters, and a special assalamu alaikum to Deputy Principal, Vice Principal, and my dear teachers. To start off, the first few of the projects I have is the Academic Olympics. Our school is known for having intense inter-house sports competition. So to recognize each student's capabilities, especially for those who don't excel in sports, I've come up with this idea. For the Academic Olympics, each house goes head-to-head in subjects like math, science, history, school, podcast. This would be a space where students can speak freely, share ideas, tell stories without the pressure of standing on stage. We feature teaching interviews for advice beyond academics and their own life story. We highlight alumni experiences to make use of the community formed by our previous head prefect and have lighthearted discussions that keep the school spirit alive and promote a culture where every voice is valued beyond the classroom. Alongside the podcast is my third project. I want to bring events to life that let students really shine, like Talents Day or Culture Day, and Culture Day, or as I like to call it, the World Festival. Sounds nicer. While Talent Day isn't just another event, it's your chance to perform, show your art, or try something completely unexpected. A profound experience our school has yet to witness. While Culture Day or World Festival depends on how far we can go with this event, to be honest. A day where students get to showcase their cultural heritage through performances, food, music, and displays. From traditional dances to storytelling, cultural exhibitions to food stalls. This day allows everyone to learn from each other's experiences and appreciate the richness of different cultures. An opportunity for us to come together, share what makes us unique, and celebrate the diversity that makes our school special. Culture Day reminds us that while we may come from different places, we're still all part of the same community. Finally, for my last project, I want to bring in competitions that let students shine beyond their textbooks, from filmmaking and coding to inter-house chess competition. They all may sound completely different competitions, but they all have one thing in common. They push us to think beyond our limits. While chess sharpens strategy, filmmaking turns imagination into reality, and coding gives us the power to build the future. They challenge us to think differently, to be creative, and to push past limits. As head prefect, my goal is to grow these opportunities so every student finds a stage to stand on. Because I've spent years debating, I know how to present ideas clearly and persuasively. As head prefect, this means I can rally support for initiatives of my projects, making sure they succeed and benefit as many students as possible. A few years ago, I won Best Debater, even though our team lost. So clearly I know how to argue my case and maybe even get the results when the odds aren't in my favor. All thing an inspirable head prefect needs. So why vote for me, you may ask? Because I don't just talk about making a difference, I do it. From being a steward to my current post as DHP, I've served and committed to fulfilling my duties respectfully and honestly, while participating in multiple competitions and sport events. And for academics, clearly I don't need to say much because the annual awards night is basically my second home. Moreover, alongside this with my fellow DHPs, we have worked together on our project for the library, a chance for students to take in comfort and benefit from this. And for the projects I've planned for, the competitions I'm planning to push for, they're not just ideas, they're opportunities. Opportunities for students now and for students years from now. I don't want to keep things running. I want to improve them, expand them, and leave a legacy that actually matters. It may sound a lot thinking it would make a difference you would see visually, but to be honest, half the stuff that you want us to make it happen are out of our hands. But trust me when I say that the effort behind this to make it work will be worth the shot. I'm not trying to fill you all with empty promises. What I can do will be done, and what I can't will be known. To not disappoint you from all the heavy expectations. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing you'll look back on is the memories we've created together, the highs and the lows. No matter what happens from this day forward, I promise that I will dedicate myself to making sure the memories you carry from this school stay with you for years to come. So choosing me isn't just a vote. It's about what kind of school you want it to be. The choice that shapes the future of our school. Because the speech doesn't decide what kind of head prefect I can be. Thank you.
Now is the Q&A session. With time period of 3 days, we have got a report sheet. So if anyone is willing to ask a question from Anasha, you can give it to me, then I will forward the question. Remember that when you're asking a question, it has to be a question that she can do in the capacity of a mentor. You cannot direct questions with regard to school policies and procedures, and also with regard to any community member. Okay, so please write down the question and hand it over so that it can be forwarded to Anasha. Time starts now. Any questions? Yes, the first question is, what makes you think that you will be able to keep your promises? What makes you think that you will be able to keep your promises?
As you can tell, I have 4 major projects. So my goal is to make at least one of them happen, not all of them. Because making all of them happen is truly out of our hands.
Any more questions? How do you plan to implement clubs and events? Do you think you can do it?
I never mentioned about clubs. But if you want, I can do it. If there's enough children who want me to, I can try my best to make your things work.
Any more questions? Pass it down, please. Okay, this is the case study question.
Oh,
How do you think a small 5th grade student can be corrected if she does something wrong?
well, it depends on how and what kind of wrong she does. But the first thing I would do is see if I can handle it myself. And if I can't, the first thing I do would go to teachers because they teach you how to be a student. But I'm your role model, so.
Okay, first question from this set of students. Why do you think you are eligible to lead our school as the head prefect?
If you have enough hope in me, I'll have enough hope in myself that I can make it, that I can be a good head prefect that you want to be.
Okay, time is up. So, yes, thank you very much. Moving on to the second candidate.
Am I audible? Every voice matters, every idea counts, and when we work together, change isn't a dream, it's a certainty. Respected deputy principals, vice principals, members of the prefectorial body, teachers, and my fellow colleagues, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon to you all. those of you have never heard of me, or even most of you have, I am Amira Rimoshan, a passionate student committed to driving change. My journey in SLISR has been filled with immense guidance, friendships I'm truly grateful for. And most importantly, the souls who taught me everything from how to read and write, systems work, to what atoms really are, and what gravity really is. Through the years, I'm really fortunate enough in achieving academically, extra, and co-curricular, all while performing the best at serving as a prefect at this alma mater. As a dedicated prefect, I have been awarded the Prefect of the Month due to my commitment to serving my school and taking an active role in its events. Beyond this, I've taken pride in contributing meaningfully through my CSR project, where I donated essential medical items to the school. Alongside this, I worked with my fellow DHPs on a team project to enhance and uplift our school library, a step towards creating a better space for learning, growth for all students. So, the question is, what would I achieve if I am the head girl? There's this one idea I've been genuinely looking forward to sharing, something I hope to bring to life if I'm given the opportunity. It's called the Prefect's Day, a special day to recognize the effort, growth, and leadership of our prefects, both current and those who came before us. Prefect Day could be a time to truly enjoy with fun games, light-hearted awards, tokens of appreciation, and more. But more than that, it's a moment to show our juniors what leadership really means here at SLISR. Not just discipline or duty, but compassion, teamwork, and of course, heart. Secondly, with full credits to our former head prefect, Razna Ramlan, I'd love to bring back the iconic food festival, but this time with a vibrant twist. Each class will be assigned a country to represent, showcasing delicious dishes from that culture. To bring it to life, a few students can even dress up in their traditional attire, and stalls can be creatively decorated to reflect the unique spirit of their nation. Through this event, we won't just enjoy mouth-watering food and good laughs. We'll be celebrating global cultures, teamwork, and creativity. As a small incentive, each class will be allowed to give 20 to 25% of their profits, with the remaining amount going towards school development, making it a fun, impactful, and a meaningful initiative all at once. Moving on, another initiative I'd love to introduce is something I call the Heroes of SLISR. This is all about celebrating students who make our school a better place, not through grades or titles, but through qualities like teamwork, kindness, compassion, and even something as simple as keeping the surroundings clean. Each week, the class hosting the assembly, guided by their class teacher, will select one student who truly stands out. These students will join a special group called the Heroes of SLISR. Like scouts, they can also volunteer in school events such as sports or assemblies, showcasing that true leadership comes from service and character. And just to make it fair, prefects, I'm sorry, this one's not for you. But these are for the students who usually go unnoticed but do amazing things. Every time a student volunteers, they'll earn a merit badge. And at the end of the year, the ones who collected the most badges will be specially appreciated and rewarded for their commitment towards the school. Well, the goal is just simple, to celebrate students who make SLISR a kinder, cleaner, and a more caring community, and to show that true heroism comes from character, service, and looking out for one another. Lastly, to improve hygiene in our school washrooms, I'd like to take the initiative to install soap dispensers and tissue dispensers in all facilities. Cleanliness is not just a habit, it's a responsibility that we all share.
And on that note, I know many of us are also concerned about the conditions of the salah mats. I'll make sure that they are cleaned regularly, at least once a week, so that they remain in a clean and a respectful space for prayer. And for anyone who prefers not to use the salah mats, I'll also provide disposable salah mats so that everyone feels comfortable and we all can still come together for the congregational prayer. Well, these are a few projects I would like to introduce from my side with the full support of my school. I promise to lead with heart, honesty, and with all of you in mind, always. I'll be your wife, your friend, and your advocate, working tirelessly to build a school where every student feels seen, heard, and respected. I may not promise perfection, but I promise passion. I may not promise a smooth road, but I promise I'll walk it with courage. If challenges rise like storms, then I'll promise you this: I'll set fire to the rain. Thank you.
Please remain on stage. Stand for the question.
First question, once you're the head prefect, let's say you have a disagreement with your DHPs. What would you do to handle and solve it?
First of all, I'll address what's the problem, try to solve it in a very calm manner. If still it doesn't work, then I will address to the head of discipline.
Any more questions?
You have the Girls Association.
Okay, so I can't say a yes, neither a no, but I will try my best. See, I promise that I'll give commitment to the position that I will get. So I will try my best giving a proposal to the school and pushing them. So we'll try our best from our side. I'm not saying that I can't, I will.
Next question, do you think disposable salah mats will be good for the environment?
Okay, I did not think that way. But see, to solve the problems of our girls' wing when the students don't pray, is a very major issue that's going on in the girls' wing, right? So I thought of implementing this so that at least, use the school facilities to the maximum. Because as teachers, they are trying their best as well to encourage you all to use the school facilities for prayer. So yeah, if it is not good for the environment, I will find a good solution for it.
Please make sure that when you go over a question, as I told before, it should be in the capacity of a head girl, not in the capacity of school management. Any more questions?
Okay, will there be a 50-50 share of profits from the food festival?
Yes, it would be like the last time, the same process, I just added the traditional attire to give the spirit of it. But wait, what was the question again?
I think she wants to know all the profits.
The profits, okay. The profits is like this. Again, I said 20 to 25% of the profit. So basically it works like this. If the winner will have the winner will have the division of 80-20%, others will have 60-40%.
That's it. Thank you, Amira.
Thank you.
The next candidate would be Andrew.
Am I audible? First and foremost, before I begin, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity and setting me up here. Dear Vice Principal, dear Deputy Principal, Ms. Majazia Hussain, my dear respected teachers and my dear friends, a very good morning to all of you. To briefly introduce myself, for those who may not know me, my name is Anne Sharone of Class 12G Science. I've studied in this school for the past 14 years since reception 1. Over the years, I have been actively involved in almost every corner of school life. To name a few, in sports, I have taken part in a variety of events, from netball, where I won numerous championships, best player trophies, to sports meet, basketball, and badminton, which have all pushed me to grow in discipline and in teamwork. Beyond the field, I have also excelled on stage as a debate team captain, winning championships and the Best Debater Award. I always understood that participation was important, and I always took part in every competition that came my way, even in my primary years, like poetry competition, quiz competition, and I was also an active member of the school choir for 4 years. If you want to know something personal about me, it is that I have a lot of hobbies, aside from public speaking and sports. I like to sing, I play the keyboard, I'm very passionate about music. I also paint a lot, and I love to bake. It's a recent interest. So these experiences together have shaped me into a well-rounded student, I believe. And they have also instilled in me the very qualities I believe are essential in a leader, like teamwork, commitment, confidence, strong communication, and school spirit through participation. With these qualities, I'm always ready to take up challenges, both inside and outside the classroom. Most of you may have noticed, for my CSR project as Deputy Head Prefect, I initiated the setup of vending machines in both the boys and the girls wing with the support of the school management. I saw this project as a practical and a lasting contribution that benefits the entire school. If elected, I will continue to focus on goals that are realistic and achievable, no empty promises. I will dedicate myself to turning these goals into reality with the full support of the school community. I'm not going to make a lot of promises, and I don't have a lot of events in mind, but I do have one main event. It is the New Year's Cultural Festival. This is something quite simple in idea, but powerful in impact. I know many of the other candidates also mentioned cultural festival. This is a little bit similar, but hear me out, there's more to it. As a community school, community is very important. Most of us are from different cultural backgrounds, but we know very little about one another. On this day, each class will come together as a team, representing different cultures through food, music, games, traditional attire, and hands-on activities. It won't just be another event to watch from the sidelines, it will be participatory, energetic, and alive. Here's what you can expect in the New Year's Cultural Festival. To begin with, we have something small, the food stalls, the tasting stalls with authentic snacks, dessert, and drinks from different cultures. We also have art and craft exhibitions. Most of our students have so many art skills, like henna painting, drawing portraits, knitting, and so this would allow an opportunity to display your work and skills. Moreover, we also have the mini market stalls. This is where students can showcase their crafts, homemade goods, and creative products. This idea allows you to sell your work, practicing entrepreneurship. Moreover, we also have the cultural quiz competition. It is a fast-paced trivia challenge testing how much we really know about each other's cultures, which is very important and exciting and also educational. And for those who are not interested in taking part in quiz competition, we have traditional games. Traditional games that shape childhoods back home. We all might know that in Sri Lanka, a major aspect is the kite fest that is held in winter. This is where groups of individuals group together into teams to build and create kites. This would enable them to compete with each other and compete with one another for the best one, who has built the best kite and the most creative kite. This would strengthen healthy competition and creativity. And for my prefectorial body, I have one idea that I would like to introduce. It is the Prefect suggestion box. It is a simple and effective way where prefects can share their thoughts, ideas, or concerns. They can choose to either write it down anonymously, or you can write it down openly, whichever that you are comfortable with. This will give every prefect a voice, allow us to identify areas that need improvement, and come up with ideas that we can implement to make the prefect body a better place. These are small steps that ensure that everyone feels heard, involved, and valued as a part of the leadership team. Finally, my goal as head girl is simple. It is to listen and to lead. I stand here not just asking for your vote, but for the chance to serve our school, represent your voices, and lead with fairness, dedication, and purpose. Together, we can make this school a place where every student feels heard, valued, and proud to belong. I would be honored to be your head girl. As Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you.
First question. Will there be any type of improvement in sports?
Okay, so for this year, we have the netball tournament and the badminton tournament. I was initially thinking that to make things exciting and more exciting for everyone else and to bring the thrill of it all, I was thinking of introducing mascots for each and every house, but it was a little bit too big. But since you all want improvements, I can definitely make it work and try to implement that idea of mascots.
Next question. Since you would like to improve the community unity, what will you do to improve the unity of our prefectorial body?
So like I said, the Prefect suggestion books allows us all to communicate with each other better. And we are also holding Prefect meetings every month. This helps us build unity. And if things are permissible, we could also organize events for the Prefect body that would help us to take part in things, hold stalls and all that. So it's, yeah.
Next question. What are the qualities that shaped you to become who you are now, and how would you use that to be a head girl?
So like I mentioned in the beginning, I mentioned a lot about myself and my hobbies. So I think being in the school for 14 years, I've involved in everything. So like I said, those are the kind of things that help me build and to turn into who I am today. The fact that I took part in everything, as a leader, as a team captain, and working with the team together, those are the qualities that I have as a head girl, if elected.
How would you know that you would take the suggestions or the complaints that are given seriously?
Could you repeat the question?
How would we know that you would take the suggestions and complaints put forward seriously?
I will take the suggestions and the complaints to our head of discipline, and you will see results because we value your suggestions and opinions.
What makes you different from the others?
What makes me different from the others? Well, we all mentioned almost the same things, but I stand out because I don't just make promises. I deliver, I listen, I act, and I get results. For example, I implemented the vending machine.
Time is over, you will get the question. The next candidate will be Ashwani Paul.
May I start? Every journey begins with a choice, and today I chose to stand for growth and change. Respected Deputy Principal, Vice Principals, respected teachers, esteemed prefectorial body, and my dear friends, a very good afternoon to you all. I'm truly honored to stand before you today as a candidate for the position of HP. For those who may not know me, I'm Ashali Paul, someone who loves challenges and cherishes every chance to grow. For me, my journey here has been not just about academics. It's been about the friendships, the rich experiences that I've gained through extra and co-curricular activities, the lessons that have shaped me, which I'll always truly treasure. What inspires me the most is the joy of learning, building connection, and making even the smallest difference. I know that many of you feel that same spark, to try, to discover, and to leave a mark, which is why I stand here before you today, promising to help create those opportunities. If it weren't for, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my teachers whose care and guidance ever since I was just 3 have guided me to who I am today, and I'm truly grateful for it. In my role as a steward up till now, I've served with pride, supporting events, guiding peers, contributing to our community by donations such as the tents in front of the accounts office. As my CSR initiatives, me and my fellow DHPs work together on the library, where I was able to contribute actively and play my part in bringing that project to life. For me, leadership is not just about responsibility, it's about inspiring others, encouraging teamwork, and strengthening the bond that makes SLISR truly special. So, there are a few projects that I plan to bring up if I become HP. Sometimes we all have thoughts, worries, or ideas which are hard to share out loud, and so the communication box are here for those moments. A safe place where you can write down whatever is on your mind, whether it's something personal, concerns about school, or even a suggestion to make things better. Only certain student leaders have access to the box, and they will review your messages respectfully and carefully. And if an issue requires further attention, it will be escalated to the higher-ups, but always with the care and respect for students' privacy. Remember, no concern is too small. And sharing your thoughts, it's a brave step. Your voice matters, and this box is here to make sure it's heard. Moving on, the peer mentorship program. This helps students to support each other by offering study tips, guidance, and encouragement, while also helping one another adjust to school life through an online platform. Moreover, senior students can help younger classes during their free lessons in the school time. This program builds confidence, strengthens friendships across grades, and also creates a supportive school community where everyone feels guided and included. To all the creators, storytellers, and dreamers, wouldn't you like a chance to express it, film it, and frame it? Therefore, the art, filmmaking, and photography competitions are here for you.
These competitions give students the opportunity to share their creativity, imagination, tell powerful stories, and capture the world through their own lens. Every brushstroke, every shot, every scene tells a story, your story. Stepping into the world of business, Commerce Day gives students a chance to showcase their innovative mindsets by setting up stalls and selling creative products. This allows students to develop essential business skills through a real-world setting. Part of the earning goes directly to students to fund class parties, field trips, and many more, while the rest goes to the school. Next up is the bake sale. It is designed to raise funds for the school while giving students the chance to display their baking skills through monthly student-led stalls. Each grade from 7 to 12 can take turns organizing stalls during the break on a designated day, and it will not interfere with the regular operations of the school canteen. Every treat sold helps our school grow, making this a fun and meaningful way to give back to our community. And lastly, the stationery corner. It is intended to meet the everyday needs of students and teachers by providing essential school supplies in a convenient and accessible way. Items like pens that are short-lived will be available for purchase at a nominal fee of just ₹1, so that stock can replenish regularly. Additionally, items that are lasting, like staplers, can be borrowed free of charge and returned after use, making it convenient, affordable, and easy for everyone. When was the last time you made decisions out of someone else's saying? But it isn't the moment to do the same. Now it's your time to make your own decision. So give me your trust and support, because I'm here to make things real. I will lead with dedication, creativity, and heart. With my initiatives, we could turn ideas into action, voices into change, and our school into the best version of itself. It's your voice, your ideas, our school. And if you want to make it happen, the choice is simple. Choose me as your head prefect, and I'll turn what if into what's next. Thank you. And over to you.
Asha, please be on stage. Question. First question, will there be any projects with regard to sports that will be
Now, you may all know we had a lot of sports last year, and now we are only limited to badminton and netball, and there's a reason behind it. But you can give me suggestions, and I will let the school know, and if it gets accepted, it will get accepted. But I have nothing that I can do on my own.
Next question. How can you help
Student achieve a dream that they have and they want, but doesn't have the opportunity or the courage to achieve?
So there are so many creative students here, right? Artistic ones, the ones who likes photography, filmmaking. That's why these are here. They will provide you with the opportunity to share your creativity and talents. So there's the bake sale and the stalls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
What will be the tool that you would use to handle and lead a big crowd?
In what situation? What's the situation that I have to handle the crowd in? Okay, in general, then I'll say, if it's something like fights, obviously, I'll need to call my teammates. There's no way that I can handle a big crowd of fights all on my own. And the disciplinary head and the teachers, because we need their support in things like this, because it can be very dangerous. And if it comes to something like noise or anything, yes, we can handle it. We've handled it all this while, and we can still continue to do so.
Next question. Can you please elaborate on what you meant by Commerce Day?
Okay, so it's where you set up stalls It's something like the food festival. You can sell items and food. And parents will be invited. It will be a public event. So parents will be invited. You'll set up stalls and you'll sell products. And you get to keep some of the money and the rest will go to the school.
Any more questions? Time is up.
Thank you.
Is concluded now. Before we start the voting, I would like to request all the girls who are seated on this side to move on to this side so that we can accommodate the grade 12 boys to be present while the ballot papers are being counted for the boys section. Please move on to this side, girls. Thank you. So we are going to start
teachers and my dear students. Thank you for the opportunity, though I was not ready, but still okay. So, this is the occasion that we are selecting school head prefect, head girls and head boys. I would like to give few advices to the new, whoever going to be elected as a head boy and the head girls in the school. So you know that the leadership, what you are going to get, is something that very important in your school career as well as your future. Because the leadership qualities that you are going to develop, inculcate inside you during the school life is going to be something really important. Because this is the place, the school is the place that you can polish, you can inculcate a lot of qualities into your life. So the opportunity that you are going to get is something that we'll never receive in the future. So therefore, I want all of you, those who are contesting today as a head girl and the head boy, to take this opportunity, whether you're selected or not, that doesn't matter here. So you're already a leader, because I heard that your speeches, what you are giving here, your presentation, what you did, the qualities that you have delivered today, that shows that you are already a leader in the school. So it doesn't matter the title, what you get or not. So still, you can lead the team for the future of this school. So I just want to tell you a small story. In Japan, there are a lot of Zen temples, you know, that where the Buddhist monks are being preached. So in a far village, the old Zen temple, there was the wise the priest, monk. So he was very dedicated and the quality person who was guiding students for the leaderships and the other activities. So the few group of young students wanted to join this place, and they wanted to learn the skills to be leaders in the future. So this the monk was guiding them for quite a long period of time and giving them the instructions what they want, educating them about the leadership qualities. He wanted to test a particular quality of the leader that is called the integrity. So what this particular monk did was, he asked all the students who gathered to a place, and he wanted to make a small test whether they are learning this particular quality called the integrity within them. So what he did was, he has given a task for the students, something that they never expected in their life. So this particular monk, they asked this group of students to come to them, and he instructed this because he said that he doesn't have enough money for the building of this temple in the future, and he's getting older, and therefore they need money to be found. So what he instructed for these students, he said that the nearby village, the city, there are a lot of rich people. So what this monk wanted for the students to go to that city and steal money from the rich people. So the student was a bit upset about the advice which is given by the monk, because throughout the learning, the monk was given instruction for the students to be honest, not to steal money. But the last minute, the monk was telling the students to go to the city and steal money from the people. But he said one condition. This is the most important part of the story. He gave one condition for the students. He said, no one should look around you. So that means they have to steal the money when no one is looking. That was a condition. So then the students still, they questioned the monk. Why are you telling us this? Because you are the one who taught us not to take something that not belongs to us. But the monk said, no, we need money, so we have to go and get the money. But the final word was that he said, no one should be looking at you. So then, all these students, they start walking down the stairs and ready to move on to the village to get or steal the money from the rich people. Then the monk was looking at them very sadly, and they was looking at, okay, these people are moving now to steal. Then the monk turned back and he saw one boy was still in the temple without going. Then monk asked from this particular boy, why you are not going to go? Don't you want to help to build this temple? Then this boy said that, you said one condition for me to go. That is, when I am stealing money, no one should look at me. Right? No one should see me. So then the boy said to the monk that it is not possible to unseen in the world. Even no one is looking at me, myself, I always look at me. So this is something that very important. This particular boy said, though no one is looking at me, I always look at myself. So this is something that the teacher actually wanted to teach the students. The teacher was really happy with the boy who gave that answer, because the integrity is that. Within that, you see within yourself. No one is looking at you, but still, you always see through yourself. Your heart, you always see. So the monk was really happy, then quickly said, please go and bring you all the friends. Then the monk advised all these boys that no one got his message. The message was that no one is looking at you, but still, you always look at your place. So therefore, then he said that the boy who gave this, understood the message, was really happy about him. Then he said the other boys also, please make sure that you always look at from yourself. This is called the integrity. It doesn't matter if someone is looking at you or not. So you always do the right thing. So my dear children, the leaders who are going to elect, this is something very important. So always you have to have that quality called the integrity. It doesn't matter if someone is looking at you or not. You always see that you do the right thing always. So thank you very much, children, for listening to me, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to address you. Have a nice day.
followed all the rules and all the principles that they are interested to. Others, just by observing, they learn a lot. So the same thing should happen here as well. The prefects here, now when it comes to the discipline, now we belongs to community. We have one aspect of the spiritual discipline. In the spiritual discipline, you know that you all attend to the religious practices, maybe in the mosque, in the temple, in the church, where you are going for prayers and fasting is there. These are all bring you the spiritual discipline. I know that you all are performing the prayers and fasting. This is part of discipline. Disciplining the children in the form of religious guideline. Next one, we have moral discipline. Moral discipline means, children, that you should understand, you should control your anger, your desires, and harmful speech. Now, discipline, everyone is saying that you should know what is discipline, how you should improve your discipline. So the first one, as I told you, you follow the religious practices. Number two, the moral discipline, controlling your anger, desires, and harmful speech. And then speaking the truth, keeping promises, and avoiding lies or cheating. This is also part of discipline. Then practicing patience. So you have to be very patient, especially in hardships. Then you have social discipline. Respecting parents, elders, neighbors, and society. So that is part of your role. That all is part of your discipline. Observing justice and fairness in dealing. That is for prefects as well as you children. You should know these are all part of discipline. Then maintaining honesty in work. Then there's another part of discipline is personal discipline. Cleanliness and hygiene, that's part of your discipline. Moderations in eating, drinking, and spending, that is also discipline. When you are taking the food, you should think about what is good for you, what is bad, you have to avoid. That is also part of discipline. Organizing your time and work very productively. Next one, finally, the purpose of discipline is to bring maximum out of the children in the way of studying, in the way of recognizing you as an active and very productive social member. When you go into community, they will be thinking about the school is the one, give a base for you all to explore yourself. So you are exploring what are the possibilities in you, you are trying to perform, then we will be putting in you all into the community, the society. They will recognize you, they will identify you, and you will be playing different role in the community, leading the community members. So therefore, children, you have to think about this. Now, today, you have to think that it is not the discipline of prefects that we are talking about, the discipline of every individual students. Every individual student is a prefect, is a leader. We don't brand anyone in the school. He is a leader, he is only capable of doing it, the others are not. Here we have some criteria, based on that we select, but all of you have the opportunity to become a perform, and you have to, give an expressions of the children that you are very well disciplined. Get maximum from the school. Get maximum from the school. You should not be branded as a notorious child based on certain criteria. So what you have to do now, the prefect should understand one thing: you all are the role model, whether the teacher is present or not. At all the time, you have to follow the rules and regulations of the school, guiding the other children to the maximum to get out of them at any point. And as well as the children, rest of the children should believe that the discipline is not only the part of prefects, it is your duty to follow all the rules and regulations set by the school. Even you have to make it better in yourself and make this place a proud students of the SLISR, make the school proud of you as well. When you are going out of the school, inherit good qualities and to identify yourself in the community member as a Sri Lankan international school children are much better than any other school children. They will recognize you in the universities and in the community as well. Therefore, thank you very much for this opportunity to the discipline in charge, our VP Vice Principal Sujain sir, and rest of the committee members for this opportunity. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
set an example. Because most of the time what happens is if you don't set an example and if you be harsh on them, they will not follow you. That will be just a temporary thing. They will listen to you at that moment and then it will not be followed after that. So when you take up the role of prefectship, don't think that, okay, I'm a prefect now, I will do what I want to do and I will not discharge my duties in the proper manner because I'm already a prefect and I have all the right to do that. Please make sure that you understand the rules and regulations. You as an individual follow the rules and regulations. Your duties start from you, your class, and then it goes to the others. So you should be able to take care of yourself, which Mr. Faisal said self-discipline. Then your classroom, when a teacher is not there, make sure you take over the classroom. You don't start screaming with the others, right? Take care of your classroom and then you discharge your duties for the others. Don't be harsh, be nice to the small children and also to the others and make sure that you discharge your duties with respect so that you can earn the respect as a prefect. So I think we will have another 5 more minutes of waiting and we will be able to get to know the most awaited results.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, the entire audience, our election commissioners, and all staff members who were involved in this democratic process in electing the school leaders for the new academic year. I know that you have been waiting all this while patiently in deciding as to who would be your head boy and who would be the head girl and the deputies, etc. So I would not like to take your or test your patience any further, but I would like to tell you one thing, that you all have been involved in selecting your leaders. So you have spoken. The ballot papers have spoken your voices, not only of the students, but also of the staff members. So without much ado, I would like to take this moment to once again thank our Vice Principal Operation, Mr. Mohammed Sujain, who took the initiative from the beginning in organizing this event very productively and successfully, with the cooperation of the Discipline Committee members headed by Mr. Imtiaz and Mrs. Samira Arif, and all the members of the Disciplinary Committee. And special thanks goes out to our finance and administrative team, who were the impartial judges in adjudicating the winners, or rather through the counting of votes. So in this, you sent in your applications, you made your presentations, questions were raised, you gave your answers, and the students as well as the teachers have decided as to who would be the person who would lead the boys section and the girls section. And here, some of them would have won, or one person would win, another would lose. But the one who won it today, it is the choice of the children as well as the staff. And also, you hold the confidence on your shoulders. And I believe that you would work together with the rest of the team members in order to make this place a better one, rather a better one than what you saw in the previous year. So I have the pleasure in announcing the following. In the boys section, the DHP lead would be Master Fazil Fazmi. And may I also invite our management team, also the members of the disciplinary committee, to come up on stage with the election committee members, Mr. Rimzi, Mrs. Shashika, Mrs. Sakuntala, up on stage along with our management committee team, Mr. Faisal, Mr. Hajat, and also Mr. Shanta, members of the disciplinary committee and election committee, Deputy Principal of the girls section, Mrs. Majazia Hussain, Mr. Shakil Ismat, Mr. Mohammed Firdaus, Senior DHP. Do you know who it is? Someone whose name starts with A. We'll give away the... May I invite Mr. Mohammed Sujain to present the appointment letters to them.
Next, I would like to call upon the Senior Deputy Head Prefect for the year.
senior DHP and HP. And HP is Arushan Ratnendran. And the deputy head boy is Amsar Shahid. The boy is in the girls' wing. I'll quickly read out the names. Deputy Head Girl Lead 2, Asali Paul. DHP Lead 1 is Anasha Rifa Miskin. The senior DHP is Ann Saran. And the head girl is Amira Renoson. Thank you all very much.